in the original Y motorhole class this year, so totally no support, no outside assistance. Got to do everything myself, so yeah, this is going to be a real challenge for me. Yeah, everything about Dakar when you do it this way is logistical nightmare. So we air freighted the bike in September to Switzerland, and then it was transported to Barcelona, put on the boat. This is as hard as it gets. So for me, I want to do things that are hard. Dakar with a team was hard enough. And I was fortunate enough to finish Dakar 21. So we're given this 80 litre Mally, it's called, or toolbox. So that carries all of our spare parts, tools that we're allowed to use for the 14 days. So the main things I've got in here, spare air filters, a couple of toolboxes, spare fasteners, electrical equipment. This will get lighter as the race goes on because I'll throw these air filters out. They're pre-oiled. Once I use them, straight in the bin, and I'll put a new one in. And I've got a spare clutch, chain and sprockets, which will go on the bike on the rest day. So yeah, everything in here is what I've got to rely on to get me through the race. This is my KTM 450 rally replica, third Dakar that it's done. We've freshened it up with a new engine for this Dakar. Prepared, I spent 12 months working on it, preparing it, getting to know the bike, because obviously I'm the only one who can work on it for the next 14 days. This year we're running the new digital navigation tablets. So this is a new tablet. We get rid of the old paper scroll. So every morning when we wake up, this box is here. The organisers transport this from bivouac to bivouac for us. It's presented on the ground like this. So we open it up, use it to work out of for the day or for the night. On the bike, pack it up at night. We're off on the bike at 4:30 a.m. That's then transported, packed in the original motorhole truck and transported to the next bivouac for us.
Prologue is done. How was it?
Yeah, it was nice and short, 27 kilometres. Yeah, I didn't feel real comfy on the bike. It was pretty rocky and tight, but it's done, and I've got through safely. So that's the main thing.
So, anyone do you want to give a big shout out for, because it's your moment here, your first day in this category?
Oh, look, obviously my wife Katie, Katie and my kids. They've supported me to get here, made some huge sacrifices. So yeah, a big shout out to my family and Katie, Mitchell, and Amy. That was one of the hardest stages I've ever done. It was just endless rocks, and it was tough. Yeah, at about 115 kilometres I hit a rock and went over the handlebars, and I ripped that off, deployed my vest, damaged the side of the bike. Nothing too major. I don't think I've hurt myself too badly, but it was just pretty dangerous all day. Had to back right off. It's a baptism of fire. Now I've got to repair my bike tonight. We've got the chrono stage. I'll go and get the bike fixed and have a rest. And it's going to be tough.
I'm feeling better than ever.
I pushed like crazy. I gave it my all.
I kind of forgot how to ride, I guess.
It was really fun. I enjoyed it a lot.
Goal is to win, but that's not that easy.
I woke up this morning and I couldn't move. I was totally spent. If we didn't have the rest day today, I'd be seriously considering, what I do. But now I've had a bit of a time to think about what's going on, and I feel a bit better and a bit more motivated. Yeah, with what's happened in this first week and how every day's just gotten harder and harder, we need the rest day, and every rider I've spoken to said they need it. Everyone's just cooked. And I've got 4 or 5 close friends that I race with and race past Dakars with that are all out, and 2 of them have just withdrawn because they're mentally and physically exhausted. So it's we need it. Everything started off great. The low points, obviously, when my bike failed and was in the dunes. I'd completed 80% of the stage and I had to take a 17-hour stage penalty. And it's put me back in the Rally 2 and the Veterans class. So I'm still classified in original by motorhole, but not in the overall. Marathon stage night was good. I got in the daylight, set my tent up, had something to eat, and then slept for like 10 hours straight. So I've been lucky, but some other guys, I haven't had to sleep in the dunes and I haven't had to ride in the dark, so I'm quite fortunate. But I've had to push that hard I'm fortunate, I'm one of the riders getting in the daylight, I'm not finishing in the dark, but I'm riding, back home when I train, I don't ride over 75%, I don't take any risks. Now, these first 6 days, I'm riding at 99% of my ability and taking some huge risks, and I look at my body and I'm beaten up bad.
Well, we spoke to Andrew Julian. He told us, I don't understand. I ride 99% of my effort and I'm still 3 hours behind Chucky. What is the difference? Where do you see a difference? Someone like him, that field and yours. Where's in the head, in the body?
Old Andrew's got a little bit of age on him, but he's a battler. He's strong and he's here for the experience in racing as well. Like he's trained, he's fit. I've probably got 30, 20 years more, less on him. So he's a battler, and I know how strong he is as a competitor. So it's impressive to see what he's doing and how competitive he is. So yeah, I think the age helps a lot, and the fitness and the experience for me with all my racing I've done. So yeah, I'm sure I'll be his age one day and I'll be looking at the leader and saying the same thing.
It's the halfway point, but it feels like I don't know when the race started, I don't know what day it is, I didn't know you're coming into a place to camp for the night, but you don't really know where you are. It's everything's a blur, and this is just crazy. My race come to an end late yesterday afternoon. Had a great start to yesterday's stage and made up a lot of ground before we had the long transfer. And then when I went into the dunes, I started having bike problems again. Had a few small crashes, and then late in the dune section, my bike wouldn't start, and I tried to roll start it down a really steep dune. Got a bit of speed up, and the front wheel just dug in, and I come down hard. And I rode out another 40 kilometres to the checkpoint, where I dropped my bike and couldn't pick it up, and the medics had a bit of a look at me, and found some rib fractures and I was helicoptered back here, had CT scan, and got a bit more than a few rib fractures, so broken collarbone, rib fractures and a fractured scapula.
That comes on top of a broken nose and a tear biceps as well.
Yeah, so I got a little bit going on, but it was disappointing to end that way, and I actually thought I might have been able to get up and start this morning, but I can't really move too much now.
You're so tough that there was a part of us going, let's check if the bike is here, because we're not entirely sure it's going to stay here.
Well, I even just looked at it before and thought I might try and start the last day, but the medics want me here for a few days just to monitor my lung, just in case the lung collapses, so I better play it safe.